Hello, this is Craig from Ultra Real Assets. This video is going to cover the new version of MeshTools, version 1.1. In this version, the process of creating detailed prefabs has been optimized considerably, and the workflow is considerably easier than the previous version. To start with, we need to create a model in SurfForge that we're going to use as our detailed prefab. Now, the best thing I've learned to do is to try to make a mesh that is roughly the same size as one of the existing detail prefabs. So I'm just going to put this here as a reference, and I'm just going to build a model here for a sci-fi hatch. Okay, so now I've created my little spaceship military-ish hatch here, and I'm going to convert this into a detailed prefab using MeshTools. So to start with, in the hierarchy, you want to look under the root object here if it's not already open. What we need for the tool is we need to isolate the objects that represent our new tool that we want to create and parent it to a game object. You can do that manually, or you can just use the built-in MeshTool feature. Just go and select, highlight all the elements you want to include, and right-click on one of the selected items in the list, bring up Ultra Real Assets, SurfForge Tools, and then Group, and hit Yes, and it will parent them all to a group, and call it the name that you want to save the detail prefab as. So we're going to go Hatch 00. Select the parent object of the hatch, right-click, select Ultra Real Assets, SurfForge Tools, Save as Detail Prefab. Now find a location to save your new prefab. I'm going to save it under the demo directory under Detail Prefab Creation. You can save it in a different directory if you like. Then just click the select folder. It will go through and generate it. Now if it creates a new asset down here, you can see it down here. That's the new prefab it created. Now, unlike previous versions, it has already installed the asset into SurfForge and created an icon for it. So if we simply go up to File and save the project and reopen the project, we need to do this in order to get SurfForge to refresh its interface. So we'll reopen the project. Now that the project is reopened, we can start a new SurfForge texture. We go and look at the Add Details section in the SurfForge interface and slide down to the bottom here. You'll see we have a new icon here. This is our new detail prefab, and you'll notice it looks exactly the same, and it will render out exactly the same. In this new version of MeshTools for SurfForge, you're no longer limited to only exporting one detail object at a time. You can select multiples. To do this, in the hierarchy view, open the SurfForge root object. Now, you must group all of your desired elements together as seen in the single example. Now you can select multiple objects at once, right-click, click on Ultra Real Assets, SurfForge Tools, Save as Detail Prefab. Define a location to save these, and it will export all of them. Now that the export is complete, as before, save the project and reopen the project again. Now if we start a new SurfForge texture, under our detail elements, we can scroll down and see the new elements we've created in the list. And they will render out to SurfForge as expected.